Good day, everyone. This is Teacher Vincent, and I'm going to teach you lessons in general mathematics. We're going to start with lesson 1. It is all about representing real life situations using functions. So, you have the examples of functions and not function. So, in this figure, this is an example of function. So, as you can see, the figure here, we're going to look at the image. There's 5, 7, 4, 3, and 10. And on the other side, we have 8, 4, 3, and 2. This is set of all x. And in this one, this is set of all y. Once the x values will be repeated, that means a not function. And since in this image, it is not being repeated, therefore, it is a function. Now, we are going to look at here on the other side. This is not a function. It is because when we are going to look at the set of all x or the domain, we have here 2, 7, 5, 3, 10. Then on the other side, we have 2, 3, 4, 7, and 5. 5 here, the set or the value of x 5 is being repeated. So that's why it is not a function. So that's the most important thing to remember in identifying functions and that function. It should be that the value of x must not be repeated. Okay, hope that that is clear to everyone. So let's now proceed. Okay, we have here another example class. So this one here 2, 1, 3, 4, 4, 7. That is an example of function because the domain there, which is 2, 3, and 4, the value of x is not being repeated, right? Then another example, we have here negative 2, 11, then 1, 9, 3, 8. What is the domain in this example? But by the way, do you know what is domain? Domain, that is the set of all x. So the value of x, here we have negative 2, 1, and 3. And set of all y, that is called range. So in this example, we have 11, 9, and 8. So when we are going to look at that, that is a function because the value of x is not being repeated. But when we are going to go down, this one, 8.3, 7.4, and 8.2, that is not function because 8 is being repeated. And then the next example, we have 7.3, 7.9, and 9.3 is also not function because 7 is being repeated. So in order to remember that, to determine if that given is a function or not, it should be that the value of x is not being repeated. Again, what is the set of all x? What is the other term of that? That is called domain. How about the set of all y? Set of all y, that is called the range. So for now, we're going to go to the next part. Okay. You have there what is a function. So definition of functions, it is a set of ordered pairs of elements or the x variable and y variable where the first element x is not repeating. Next, it is a set of ordered pairs of elements x and y variables, where the second element y is not is repeating, or it is called many to one function. The next, if every value of x corresponds to or more value of y, is called relation but not a function, because function has no element of x is repeating. So you have their note, all functions are a relation, but not all relations are functions. Okay? Functions as representations of real-life situations. Identifying the appropriate function will lead to a better understanding of various phenomena. We have here example. Example number 1. Give a function c that can represent the cost of buying X meals if one meal costs 40 pesos. So, solution, since the meal cost is 40 pesos, then the cost of functions is c of x equals 40x. So, c that represent the cost of buying. And then, one meal costs 40. So, that's why the answer of that is c of x equals 40x. So, when you have this um, function, it will be easy for you to calculate some important things in life. Next, we are going to proceed to the next slide. You have here problem. Give a function e that can represent the earnings of a worker who earns 200 pesos per hour for working X hours. So, you try to answer that problem. Let's try to see if you learn something from what I have discussed a while ago. So, you have to pause the video so that you have time to think, you have time to answer that given problem. And just simply click or play it back when you are done. So, the time is yours now. Okay, so let's try to check now if your answer is correct. Hopefully that you will be able to get the correct answer. So we have here the solution. Since the worker earns 200 pesos per hour, the earnings function is e of x equals 200x. So that's the answer. So here's a step-by-step explanation. Number 1, you're going to identify the rate of earnings. The worker earns 200 pesos per hour. Next, number 2, define the variable. So let x represent the number of hours worked. Then formulate the function. Multiply the hourly rate by the number of hours worked to find the total earnings. So the function e of x equals 200x gives the total earnings based on the number of hours worked. So congratulations if you get the correct answer, but if not, still congratulations for trying everything so that you can answer the given problem. So what is a piecewise function? A piecewise function consists of set of different interval of x with a value of y. Some situations can only be described by more than one formula depending on the value of the independent variable. So we have here example, a user is charged 300 pesos monthly for a mobile plan, which includes 100 free text messages. Messages more than 100 are charged 1 pesos each. Represent the amount of a consumer pays each month as a function of the number of messages M sent in a month. So solution, let T of M represent the amount paid by the consumer each month. It can be expressed by the piecewise function. So you have there the solution. Okay, so that's the end of this part.